What's up here, fam?
Today, guys, we're going to be showing you how to submit to PSA.
Oh, thank God. We're going to make this seemingly confusing process super simple for you guys.
Real quick, though, before we get into that, guys, the winner from the last video is in the description. And today, keeping with the PSA theme, we're going to be giving away a PSA 10 Japanese Mewtwo.
So good.
Yes. 10 free chance to win that, guys. Just make sure you're subscribed and drop a comment below.
All right, guys. We're going to show you the cards that we're going to be submitting. So, here we go. It's going to be super freaking awesome. I'm really excited about these cards and just getting them off to PSA. Getting some good grades back. Yes.
Yeah, always hoping for all 10s. And we got a few more right here. We're going to be sending out 16 cards today, guys. We're going to show you the whole process through us submitting our own cards. And, by the way, this is going to be number 2 of my munch set. I have Psyduck, guys. I'm sending this guy out in hopes of getting a 10 as well. And, obviously, we're sending out the Moonbryon. We think it's going to get a 10. We hope so. Alright, guys, so let's get this process started.
Took you long enough.
Alright, here we go. We're into the PSA website. On the PSA website, you'll see submit at the top right. Click on submit. Go ahead and click on start your submission. Add new submission. And then here we go. So you have multiple different options. We're eventually going to get to this freaking jumbo card. We're not doing it today, but we are submitting a jumbo card at some point. So yeah, just your normal standard size trading cards. So in this section, you're just submitting for grading, right? This spot that's already there. But if you have a card that is signed or that is special, it has something other than that, you can select one of these other options. But for just grading, getting a PSA 10 back, you're gonna do the grading standard authentication for raw items and continue.
Enhance.
Most of this stuff is pretty self-explanatory, but it does get a little dicey once we get into the packaging part.
All right, to determine which category that your stuff falls under, you come in here and this max declaration value is per card, right? For example, the Moonbryon is running at about $700, $800 raw value. That would be the max declaration value for that card. If we were gonna grade that Moonbryon today, it would be $59. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're doing the value 1980 to present, because the cards that we're gonna be submitting are $500 or less. Boom, here you go. Searching the collectibles, right? This is the hard part. We're gonna submit this Rowlet first, right? In this bottom corner on here is, right down here, is the date on that. So this came out in 2018. So we're gonna go 2018 Japanese Pokemon Rowlet. All right, boom, there we go. It pops right up. It's got the picture of it so you can verify it. But you wanna make sure, again, like obviously this card only comes in Japanese, but a lot of these cards are gonna show up in French, German, Spanish, all that stuff. So we have found that one. We're gonna continue with that. We've selected it. It's at the top. We're only doing one. And the declared value here, I believe this card is right at $160. So we're gonna type in 160. That is your raw price, right? Your declared value is your raw price of the card. And then hit save.
Easy peasy.
Let's do one more of those just to give you an idea. So we are gonna do the Slowpoke Psyduck. And in here, there's the date is right here when this card come out if you're not sure. This one came out in 2019. So we got 2019 Pokemon English Slowpoke and Psyduck. All right, so here's a great example. Like, right, there's a ton of these Slowpoke and Psyduck cards. As you can see, there's Spanish, Italian, Portuguese. You just gotta be real careful on what it is. So I also use the card number. This is 217 of 236. So if you type in 217, it should almost pop it up. All right, so here we do. We did some scrolling, and here we are. We found it, the 2019 Pokemon Sun and Moon Unified Minds, number 217. And select it, declared value. This card's is worth about $30. We're gonna hit save, right? You're gonna keep doing that for each card until you have added all the cards that you want to submit.
Alright guys, we're going to finish tallying up all of our submissions real quick, because if not, this video is going to be like 3 hours. So we're gonna do that real quick. All right, guys, now that we have them all submitted, we're going to proceed to checkout.
And then here, you get some options, right? You can purchase a prepaid label from PSA, or if you want to create your own label, you can do that as well.
We're gonna go with the recommended. We're gonna purchase a prepaid label, and then you're gonna add your address, obviously. POKEPAIR, like we always do. Oh, gotta have a last name. Guess it's Pair. And we're gonna use our P.O. box. Middle of fucking nowhere. You guys ever wanna go to the middle of nowhere? Literally, go to Fallon, Nevada. Either way, make sure you hit this button here, whether you're doing shipping on your own or getting the prepaid label, because you want it shipped back to you. If you guys do choose to ship it yourself, there's going to be an address at the end of the process to let you know where to ship it to. Alright guys, so now we are going to review the order, make sure everything is exactly as we want it, and guys, like our teachers used to tell us in frickin' school, go back and double check your work. Make sure you review all the cards that you inputted. Make sure you got the English ones or the Japanese ones, whatever it is that you're sending. Make sure it's the right language, the right price, everything. You want everything to be in tip-top condition before submitting this. And then make sure you guys scroll all the way to the bottom. Agree to those stupid terms and conditions that nobody ever reads. Check the box. And go ahead and place your order. You guys will not be charged up front. You do not get charged until the grading is done and your package is about to ship back to you. Alright guys, so now we're going to print our label. So this is where it gets a little dicey. It used to be a little bit more complicated than it is now. They've changed their rules a little bit. So for packaging, like you saw before, make sure you guys are putting your cards in one of these plastic pouches. This is pretty much what they're going to accept. They're not going to accept anything crazy. They're not going to accept cards that are just loose. You have to put them in a plastic pouch. And also, guys, make sure you're not putting any tape up here or anything like that. They don't want any kind of foreign object on the plastic pouches. So with your more valuable cards, guys, they used to recommend this. They do not anymore, but I'm going to suggest it. Take your valuable cards, put them in between two pieces of cardboard, put a rubber band around that mofo. Just for extra protection, I'm going to send in my Umbreon in cardboard. And for the rest of it, guys, just go ahead and wrap it in bubble wrap. Make sure it's protected. Make sure all of it is secure and tight in the box that you're going to be sending out. And you want your cards in order of how you submitted them. So I guess it makes it a little bit easier for the PSA guys. But so again, guys, we're going to wrap all of this in bubble wrap. We're going to squish it in here. We're going to put extra bubble wrap in there. We're going to make sure this thing makes it all the way to PSA safe and sound. Also, guys, they're going to want you to include 2 PSA copies of your submission forms with the item list and the payment instructions. Again, that probably just makes their life easier over at PSA.
All right, so in this container, we're gonna actually have 2 separate submissions. One, because the Moonbryon is a different value, so we have to go through a different process with it. So on the final page, you'll be able to scroll down to the bottom and you have the option to combine. So that just means you'll combine the 2 submissions, and it'll give you a barcode that you'll print and actually put on the box for tracking purposes.
And again, guys, if you are shipping yourself, if you're sending it out yourself, these will be the addresses that you will be sending to. Whether you use USPS or FedEx, here they are, all the way at the bottom of the very last page that you're going to see on your submission. Alright guys, that was pretty much it for the PSA submission. We hope we explained it to you guys easily enough to get through. It's pretty simple on its own, but sometimes it's nice to have that extra help just to get through it faster and, you know, have it done.
And just as a reminder, the payment to PSA doesn't come out until they have finished grading it and they're sending it back, and then they will charge you. So it could be, you know, 6 weeks down the road before you get charged for this.
So make sure you're watching out for that. And one more thing before we go, guys. I know most of you probably know I'm collecting these badass energy cards. I collect all of the energy sets, and we came across this one. This is John's favorite energy set, but you know, I had to have it in my collection. I got 3 more in, you guys. I have the fire energy already. We got the Donnie energy. We got the psychic energy. And we got the fighting energy. Look at these badass energies, you guys. Fucking sick, man.
I know those backgrounds just drive me crazy.
Yes. Alright guys, that was it for us today. Don't forget, if you want to enter for a chance to win this PSA 10 Mewtwo Japanese card, Make sure you're subscribed and drop a comment below. And we will catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.
Bye, guys.